Okay, you see on the board here I have two sentences and some verb endings. You may have already studied your AR verb endings and know how to conjugate your AR verbs. Today we're going to talk about ER and IR verbs, and we're going to compare those with the AR verbs. I have the AR verb endings here. O, us, almost, ice, un. To get the ER verb endings, all you have to do is change these A's to E's, and you get those endings. There are two sentences that I use to help remember all but these vosotros endings here, the two that I have circled. Are endings that are mainly used in Spain, and so you won't hear those much if you only travel in Latin America. A lot of teachers don't even teach those. To do the AR verb endings, we have the sentence, Pablo has a thermos can. I have the O for the yo form, the AS for the to form, the A for the he, she form. The MOS is the ending for the we form, and then the AN is the third person plural ending. I have those here. Notice that the AR verbs end in AMOS, so you have to put the A before the MOS. Now let's look at the sentence you can use to know the ER and IR endings. The ER and IR endings are kind of like first cousins. They're very similar, whereas the AR endings are a little bit more unique. Okay, so I have another sentence here. Paco uses the thermos then. The O is the same ending we had before. The ES this time has replaced the AS. The E has replaced the A. We still have the MOS. Now, looking at our verb endings here, you see that the we form of an ER verb has EMOS, whereas the we ending of an IR verb has IMOS. And then the last ending is the EN, and you see the two vosotros endings there. Okay, so these are two sentences you can use to get the endings that we use most of the time. There's the AR verb endings, and here are the ER-IR verb endings, and I have drawn this sort of boot shape here around the four endings that the ER and IR verbs share. Okay, now we're going to practice some conjugations. I have on the board here a series of subjects that we do to use the main five conjugations that we'll normally use, and I have an IR verb and an ER verb. The verb vivir means to live. The verb comer means to eat. Okay. So the first thing I do to conjugate the verb is I find the stem. And in this case, my stem is everything except the ER or the IR. With AR verbs, it's everything except the AR. So there I have my stem. And I have endings that I'm going to put on there to match my subjects. Okay, so I'm going to start with mama. Mama, that's a she. Now look at my conjugations, and she is in this number 3 spot right here. So that's going to be an E. So if I want to say mama lives, I put an E there. Mama vive. If I want to say mama eats, I put an E for that. Mama come tacos. Mama vive in Sherwood. Okay, those are my conjugations to go with mama. Now, if I want to conjugate these two verbs to match mama y papa, mom and dad, okay, mom and dad together would be a they. So look at my conjugations here, and my they conjugation is this last one. I in formal you, he, she, formal you, we, vosotros, and then the they and plural you both be number 6. Okay, so that ending is an EN. So I want to say they live in Sherwood. Mama y papa viven in Sherwood. Mama y papa comen tacos. They eat tacos. Okay, so I've got my stem and I've got my ending. Now let's go down to the next one. Yo. Okay, now in this case, I'm going to erase my EN ending. And I find my yo in there. That's the first one. That's going to be an O. Yo vivo in Sherwood. Yo como tacos. Those are my conjugations to go with I. Now let's go down to Maria and I. Maria and I. Okay, that'd be a we. Okay, what's my we ending? Okay, now I've got two choices there. ER verbs have EMOS in the we form, and IR verbs have IMOS. Vivir was the IR verb, so it's going to have IMOS for the we form. Nosotros vivimos in Sherwood. We live in Sherwood. And this ER verb, the we form is E. Nosotros comemos tacos. Or Maria y yo comemos tacos. We eat tacos. Okay, I got two more endings here. I got two. All right. Now, the two is this number 2 slot here. So it's going to be an ES. So I might say, ¿Dónde vives tú? Where do you live? ¿Comes tacos? Do you eat tacos? Or I might say, you're eating tacos. Tú comes tacos. Okay. So those are the conjugations that go with two. And then the last one I want to talk about is the es and eats. Those are the two endings that are not in my sentence that I had earlier. But if you go to Spain, you might hear those endings. Or if you go to Argentina and some parts of Chile, they'll use a vos form that they use instead of the 2 form, and it sounds more like this number 5 ending than it does the normal 2 ending.